Hi everybody, I made a video yesterday about the fact I was very upset, and I did get online, I just shared it. I'm a human being and I'm sick of living with psychopaths and being told calm down, calm down, calm down. Sorry, no. Okay. So I'm now going to show you an example, because I mentioned in my video, didn't I, the heavy trolling I've been receiving, and how every comment I make on YouTube immediately gets trolled by the hoax-dead pedo-sadist supporters. So yesterday I shared this BBC documentary, Who's Spending Britain's Billions, okay. And I made a comment on it, which I don't know where it is now, because there's probably more comments being done. And so here we've got Gabrielle Barney. Okay. My comment doesn't seem to be there, so let's have a look. Oh, there we go. Not many know it, but it is illegal for council meetings not to be secret. Also, it is illegal for them to mention publicly any crime committed by a corporation. The reason why I know this is because I did some research to look into the legalities about how to stop fracking, and I discovered, much to my horror, that council meetings have to be secret, and it is illegal for anybody to disclose what is said in those secret council meetings. And also, they are not allowed to mention anything that might bring negative publicity to a corporation or private business. Well, it's corporations, okay. They're not allowed to mention anything publicly that might bring negative public attention to any corporation or expose any crime that has been committed by them. That's a fact, okay. So I've commented that, and I did that, well, it says here 4 hours ago, but it was yesterday, so it was obviously longer than 4 hours ago. But you can see that after I'd commented there, 3 hours later, Deborah is lying about her Mars video. It's still up, silly moo. Well, actually, it isn't, okay, because I'm not a silly moo, am I? I did 3 Martian videos. I've only got videos going up to a year ago. I started making videos in 2014. So where are all my videos from 2014 and 2015? You can see 100. You can see 1 year ago, 1 year ago, 1 year ago. Where are they? I can't find them. This is my channel. These are supposed to be all my videos. They're not there. So where has it gone? Where have they gone? Why can't I access them? I've tried. I've now contacted YouTube. So, back to the comments. What the fuck is the child abuser, slanderer and anti-Semitic hate preacher Deborah Mahmoodieh doing lecturing people about the law? Silly hypocritical skank. Well, I'm not anti-Semitic, okay. I'm not anti-anything. I'm pro-human, okay. If that makes me anti-Semitic, then what is Semitism? Well, one thing I know about Jewish people, Judaism is not Zionism, okay, and I do make that distinction. And also, I do offer forgiveness and amnesty to people who are involved in Zionism, trying to explain to them the truth so that their souls are saved. But obviously I'm just a mad person, because I believe in God, I believe in Jah, I believe in universal light and intelligence. I don't have a choice. I don't have the luxury that most people have, so-called luxury, of being able to say, well, I don't believe, or I do believe, because actually I know, because I have witnessed a golden light being, okay? Yeah, I noticed that, Frisco. The dumb slapper doesn't realise there's a button at the bottom of the page that says load more videos, or if she does, she's just lying as usual. Either way, she owes all the people she has screamed abuse at for hacking her YT account and removing videos that are still fucking there. A massive apology. Alright then, where is it? The load more button. Where is it? The load more. You've just seen me. I've just shown you. I've pressed all the load more, load more, load more. Where are they then? So, you know, these are the kind of things that I get. Okay, so the rest of the people, they just carried on talking about, you know, the stuff that's in the video that's shared. The stuff that's shared here, who's spending Britain's billions. But you see, these people, we know that these are part of Homestead. But you see what the mistake they've done here. You see, liars always expose themselves, these people, because they are stupid. They're not intelligent. If they were intelligent, they wouldn't be doing what they're doing. They wouldn't be persecuting somebody who is simply asking for justice for children. Okay? Who is simply sharing my life experiences. I'm sorry if you don't like them or you don't agree with them, but those are my life experiences. I am a human being. I have learned something from those experiences, and what I have learned is valid and important, and I'm sharing it with people. It has cost me everything I have got, okay, to stay alive, to survive in this world, to be where I am today. I have given everything that I have to give. But they've messed up here, haven't they? Because they've shown themselves for who they are. They've shown that they're following me. Now, Frisco 66 and Gabriella Barney, 1 hour ago. Gabriella Barney, Frisco 66. Are these real people? We know that a lot of these are mirror accounts, and we can see that in 1 hour, 2 people who were obviously together immediately, they both got on. So both of them were following me. Or did Frisco 66 phone up Gabriella Barney and say, oh, Deborah's just put a comment on a YouTube video. I've put a comment. Are you going to... you come and put a comment. Because what are the odds that Gabriella Barney and Frisco 66 are both of them going to be watching that video at the same time, and immediately both of them notice that I've written something, and then both of them have to comment? There's been worse than that. I commented on a friend's video. Oh my gosh, the stuff they put on there. Like I say, I've had 3 children removed from my care. I abused them. 3 children. You know, I've got 1 child. Lecturing people about the law. Well, I'm sorry, Gabriella Barney and Frisco 66. Maybe you ought to get a law book out and have a read of it. Or better still, why don't you familiarise yourselves with these, the European EU Child Protection Directives? You know, that a mad lying skank like me is demanding for our children, for the children of Britain, and in fact the whole world. Okay? But that is the kind of stuff that I have to cope with. And this has been going on for 2 years solid. 2 years. They've got a web page dedicated to me. Apparently I'm a fake EU lawyer. I'm a specialist. The Mackenzie friends describe me as a specialist in EU law. And they will consult me to check out certain legal things for them. I've got a head for the law. My ex-husband, now deceased, was a doctor of law, and I did help him with his studies when he was getting his master's degree and his doctorate. I do understand the law. I understand how it's interpreted, how it can be applied. I recognise loopholes. I understand the law. I'm not saying I'm a professional or that I've got the capabilities to go and become a solicitor. I don't charge any money off anybody for any work that I do for them. I don't even accept donations, okay? I work from conscience. As far as I'm concerned, I'm not employed by this world. I am employed by the universe. If people want to think that makes me mad, well, that's up to them. Okay? Carry on working for your Tory government. So I've just proved to you that, look, I've pressed the load more videos at the bottom of my page and nothing else has come up, and 2 years videos have gone missing, and I have today contacted YouTube, and I will be informing the police, and these names will be given to the police, and this video will be given to the police, okay? And as far as I'm concerned, what happened with Secure Team 10, who are claiming now that this mystery circle is the discovery of some guy, after I sent them my video showing exactly that circle over a year ago. And also, not just the circle, because this is a photograph from NASA. It's from Dingo Bay. I can tell you that. It's not there here, but I know it is because I downloaded that same image from NASA, from NASA's Mars rover Curiosity images, and I had a look at it, and there are 3 major finds in that photograph. This is just one of them. There's 2 artifacts on either side of this, which I showed in my video. Not only have Secure Team 10 and whoever they got this from ignored the 2 artifacts, okay, and just focused on this, but you know, it's all accredited to somebody else who found it. And what disturbs me is that, as I showed on my video, because I've still got it on my computer and I showed it yesterday in my other video, what I showed was, you know, not as high quality as this. This person has really been able to get high quality, and that's why I sent my video to Secure Team 10. I said, you know, you've got better quality video making stuff than me. Can you please, you know, show this image in high definition, the images that I found? And never heard nothing. I contacted loads and loads of people to ask, and my purpose for doing that, you know, it really wasn't because, oh, I want to make some kind of name for myself, or I want to get money. I've never asked anybody for money. It was simply because it does really annoy me, and it upsets me that there's so many interesting things that are happening that we're finding out today, that should grab people's attention and take people away from just the continual treadmill, daily treadmill of horror and misery and terror and theft and crime that we constantly have to focus on. That, you know, no, there's some interesting things going on here, and let's think about some other things out of this world. And that was the purpose of me. That's why I've made the Mars videos, to say, look, these are interesting. Let's be interested. They're spending all this money. At what time in human history has anybody been able to know to look at images of Mars? It's absolutely fantastic. But no, like everything on Earth, all the information is surrounded by money grabbers and ego trippers and criminals. Criminals that I'm trying to stand against. Well, I'm not trying to stand against, I'm standing against them because I'm supporting child rights. They see that as a threat. Promoting EU child protection directives, that's a serious threat against the consciousness that is governing our planet. And there's no two ways about it. How is it possible for these rich people to swan about like they do, knowing that directly, that their profits are earned directly on the fact that children are left at risk and are left starving? That's the kind of consciousness we're dealing with. And that's why, yes, information about universal golden light being is an important feature of our life on this planet. Because let's face it, we did not create ourselves, and this planet did not create it. We did not create this planet. The universe created everything. And there is a universal law, and it does uphold human rights. So what's the problem? What is the problem? Now, people do believe in Satanists, don't they? You know, we know that they're out there. We know that the devils are out there, don't we? We know the devil basically is what? A criminal. So we know that the devil is operating in our world. Because what is a devil if not a criminal? Well, we also know that Jesus lived and lives in our world, don't we? Because we have human compassion as well. We know that there are compassionate people. So, where is Jesus then? Why is it that Jesus is kept up in the clouds like some kind of out-of-reach figure? When in actual fact, Jesus is in every single one of us. And all it takes is connecting to our humanity, our compassion. And, you know, connecting with Jesus does not mean going to a church and praying on a Sunday. It means standing up for children's rights. It means standing up for your human rights. It means protecting our planet. It means establishing a fair and compassionate law, like universal law of abundance in compassion, which I've been sharing. It was transmitted to me during an event of light being through an energy of bliss that lasted for hours and hours. And 25 years I've had to live with that. Well, I ask anybody, have an experience like that and try living what this world considers a normal life. I'm supposed to ignore it. Why should I? Why should I ignore it? When I'm living in a country that I'm governed by a royal family who apparently have been crowned by God, and she's head of our church. Is she God? Is the Queen God? Or is there a God? And what is God if not an intelligence? And what is intelligence if it cannot provide us? If it cannot provide us with a humane law that upholds our human rights? When we know that if we don't have that law and we don't have that right, we're going to be overrun and governed and persecuted and very heavily oppressed by devils, criminals. And as I say, I've been to the police after these people had published an old address and telephone number of mine, and after that I've realised that they had started even following my comments on YouTube, because that is stalking. That's stalking, online stalking, that's what this is. And it is absolutely malicious. Notice they haven't said anything about my criminal record for paedophilia in here, have they? And it is a serious thing when somebody like myself, who's really suffered I mean, seriously, had to survive absolute horror of a childhood, and then survive in this world, and then have to deal with witnessing a light being. I mean, I can't even begin to tell you the you know, the sense of like absolute confusion, really, that it just throws your mind into, because everything comes up for question. Absolutely everything. What do I know? Because this wasn't a vision, it wasn't an hallucination. I'm talking about an event. And I will leave you the link to my Supernatural or Not Yet video. And the first part of that video, I share my experience. I'm sharing it honestly. And like I say, I'm not setting myself up to be some kind of, you know, the second coming. Because the second coming isn't for one person. It is for humanity. It's when we connect to ourselves, our second coming into our humanity. Because we've not been living in our humanity. We've been living with psychopaths who are telling us, keep your emotions down. Oh, we don't want any emotions. Stiff upper lip, yeah, all your kids are dead, but you're so dignified, you know, you're not going to spill your emotions out. Because psychopaths don't like them. They don't know how to deal with them. They're a threat because they expose the psychopath's own inhumanity. And that's the same, and I've exposed in the Grenfell video that I've done today as well, that again, you know, people being upset and angry, oh, suddenly they're a mob. No, they're not. They're human beings, righteous people, righteous human beings who are angry, righteously angry. Righteous emotion is valid, okay? And all this stamping out of emotions, it's because we're living in a psychopathic world. And that's why I have not hidden my emotions. I've shared myself, warts and all, on my videos. It's just to give people the power and strength that, look, I know you're the same as me. And there's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with you for being a human being. There is nothing wrong with you for not being a psychopath, for not being like a cold-hearted BBC News provider. So I will upload my video, my re-upload my original Mars video. I've not got round to doing it yet. I was been very upset the last few days over the Grenfell. It's just totally confirmed. Everything, my worst suspicions have been confirmed again, and it's so distressing. So, you know, and I have contacted YouTube again today. I will be contacting the police. I do think that it is theft. It's theft of intellectual property, and it was very, very disturbing to find out on the same day that I found out about this. The same day I found out that all my videos had been taken away, and I'm pretty sure they were there. They were all there last week, because I remember going through them, and I was shocked when I went to my videos, and as you can see, you know, all the load up, there is nothing. There are no more loads. The videos go up to a year ago. So who is the lying skank then? Who is the lying skank? Where it says load more videos. Who is the dumb slapper, Gabriella Barney? Okay, or maybe she's just lying as usual. Yes, because I'm a complete liar, aren't I? You know, I'm a complete liar. These are a pack of lies, aren't they? What upsets me, what makes it worse, is that I know that these people are covertly and really openly supporting lawful suspects. You're talking about people who are lawfully suspected of acting in gangs and groups to sexually abuse and prostitute and make pornography videos and snuff videos of countless children, okay, and who traffic babies and murder them. That is what these people are lawfully suspected of, whether they are supporters, whether they are just dumb slappers, okay, who just don't understand that children have rights, okay, who just do not understand, or else they are knowingly supporting child abusers because they're complicit, or they're actually involved, or they could be the actual suspects, because we are aware that at least one of the suspects, the head guy, has got multiple YouTube accounts, and we've been able to connect them to the same person, because he slipped up now and again and said things like "my children," you see. So they've all been given to the police. The police have done absolutely nothing, but I hope now they are going to do something, because I'm going to be back there on Monday, and this is going to be given to the police, because this is getting serious. And I have been left this last year, because it's had a knock-on effect, you see, because I've been sharing information for years and years. I haven't only just started this. I only got started making YouTubes in 2014. But before that, I've been active and always sharing information through my Facebook, mostly. And I had a lot of followers. And then I started to notice that I was getting less and less and less support as I started going through. Less and less people were supporting me. And then when I started making my videos, just the total ignorance. And these people will get on and they'll put immediately, you know, I'll get 30 dislikes on my video. And then people seeing that puts them off. And then my physical friends who I've asked for help and support, they've all backed away. They don't want to get involved because they don't want this, you see. They don't want this. So these have actively contributed to me being isolated and alone. I already work alone. I'm a carer. You know, I can't even afford to run a car. Okay? I'm on my own. I've got CPTSD. I dedicate all my time that I've got to either caring for people, the person I care for, the people around me, my neighbours, my friends. All have needed help recently. I've had to attend two disabled people, the ATOS interviews recently. I've had to sort another disabled person's problems with the council out, who were wrongly trying to charge them money. Hundreds of pounds they were expecting. Well, they were demanding. Wrongly. You know, what would people do if we do not help each other? If we are not prepared to dedicate our time, and especially now when we're under such heavy attack by psychopaths and people are really struggling. And you know, the sad thing is that often when you help people, they will turn around and bite you. I have experienced that. It is deeply distressing, very hurtful, and it does leave you feeling very, very, very depressed. But that's the way of the world at the moment. And what keeps me going is the very fact that I know that there are real human beings out there, and real human beings have had the courage and strength to stand by me and to show their support and risk this. But that is why they do it. That is why they do it, you know. And as I say, it just, it completely diminishes my credibility. It just trashes me. And that's what they want to do. But then when it comes to the fact that the same day I find out that my videos have gone missing, and on that exact same day this has been uploaded using an extract from one of the, well, using one of the images that I'd shown in my video, not only ignoring the two important parts of it, but then also just focusing on one part and giving the credit to the find to somebody else. Which, as I say, I'm not bothered about receiving the credit, but I am bothered if I am being completely negated and ignored and deleted off the internet, and the stuff that I've worked on, that I've shared, is then being accredited to somebody else. And I know that the reason why nobody wanted to pick up on it when I shared it is because they don't want people to pick up on anything else that I'm sharing as well, do they? And it's that really deeply upsets me. Because, as I say, you know, if all I was doing was me little odd videos, and yeah, I'd made a video on Mars and somebody else had found it, it really wouldn't bother me. You know, I'd have shared my video link here and said, well, I did send you my video the other year, and this is shown, and what about the other 2 artefacts? That would have been it. Okay, but it's when I've been suffering this orchestrated persecution that has been personal, online, and authoritative as well, and from authorities as well, and absolute blanket ignorance from the thousands of people that I've written to on every issue, including my light being experience, just total ignorance, and from people who claim to be spiritualists and they want to change the world and, oh, we need to connect with Jesus. They don't want to share my experience. People like Richie Allen, he's happy to interview people about the satanic rituals, but he would not give me an interview to share my experience of light being credibly. You know, and there's not just him. David Icke I've written to. Alright, he might not have even seen my email. I know he gets flooded with them. But still, my videos have been online. He hasn't picked up on the light being experience. Why? So, you know, I have felt very disturbed and under attack, and it has had a serious effect on my health, really bad. My PTSD has been really bad, which mostly it affects me physically. I get heart arrhythmias, and just my autoimmune goes haywire. That's why my voice is so bad at the moment, you know, and these are the kind of things. But wounded warrior I may be, but who else is there? Okay, who else is there? We all need to come forward, and, you know, witnessing the public response to Grenfell has exposed, you know, it has exposed exactly how oppressed and suppressed the people of Britain have been and are. And it's absolutely, you know, devastating, and that is why I've tried my best to try and warn people about the kind of consciousness that is governing us. Because those kind of things, you know, all kinds of horrors happen when you're being governed by a lawless authority. That's why it's very important to establish the law. And nobody can be above the law. Because, as I say, the moment that we start being run by authorities who consider themselves above the law, then we're being ruled by a criminal mob. And that is the fact of it. And that is why people like me are being attacked. That's why I will have all my videos taken down. That's why these people can... Oh, they've removed. Have you noticed? Or was there more? It looks like they've removed the replies while I've been doing this video. Have they? Yeah? See what I mean? They took them off. Oh no, sorry. I've got it wrong. It's the wrong video, isn't it? Here they are. No, they haven't took them off. But this is the kind of stuff that you get when you live in a criminal society. The police can't do anything about these. But you know, if I put one comment up about naming somebody and saying just stuff like this, I'd have the police at my door in no time. And I know, because I know friends who've made just a comment on my friend's blog and they've been in police cells related to this Hampstead case that these are denying has any validity. So anyway, thank you for listening. But as I say, I'm just exposing these. I'm exposing what's going on, because as I say, this is to me evidence of how they do force the public to look on the least important thing. And at the same time, because whoever's took this photograph, whoever's done this, not took the photograph, whoever's examined that photograph from NASA, would have been able to show, if they'd been able to show that circle in such high definition, which it isn't as in high definition on my video, they could have shown the other two artifacts in high definition as well, and they haven't. Why? They've only shown a section of that NASA photograph. And I will upload my other video and you can have a look, and I'll tell you now, there are two definite artifacts. They are definitely artifacts. One object to the left hand side of this has got a handle on it, a visibly discernible handle, okay? And you know, it's time for the confusion to end, and it's time for people to stop looking the gift horse in the mouth and just start accepting the truth and upholding it and righteously standing up for our rights.